What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rasheed White. Alright, so we're back with another video here, and we're going to be looking into the bigs that the Brooklyn Nets need to seriously address, and one that actually caught my eye was Johni Broome. Now, this article actually comes out of heavy.com, and they're saying with the stats that Johni Broome actually put up that he could potentially be the next Anthony Davis. Ooh. I mean, if that's the case, then I don't know if the Nets are actually really going to get this guy, because there's a lot of teams that are ahead of him that will be willing to actually take him. And then we're going to watch some clips of him and see what type of value can he actually bring to the Brooklyn Nets. So the work never stops in the front office, and for the Brooklyn Nets, one of the latest offseason activities has been working out Auburn's big man Johni Broome, 6'10", 235 pounds. So again, I want somebody that's like I said, 240 to 260 pounds. You know, maybe he actually puts on 5 to 10 pounds worth of muscle, but like 250 pounds is like really that sweet spot right there, because you have Joel Embiid, and as I was explaining on my last show over here, that you have to put up some kind of resistance. I mean, you get guys that are like 215, 220. I mean, the field goal percentage for Joel Embiid is going to be about 60%, where you have a guy that's actually really big, and has some girth, some weight to him. You know, he can actually affect that field goal percentage. Not that he's going to shut down Embiid, but he'll affect that field goal percentage a lot somewhat. So we're going to get into the highlights real quick. So the points that he's actually averaged in the NCAA tournament is 14.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 52%, and even like 20% from three, which is not bad though, you know, for a guy that's actually in college. And let's see if that actually will translate into the NBA or not. So this is the second year that the big man has tested his value in the eyes of NBA evaluators. So okay, I guess he didn't work out, or there was still some development that he actually had to go through. I'm sorry, you know, before general managers would actually take a chance on him to say whether he's NBA ready or not. So yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, not a one and done guy, but let's get into the highlights of him, and let's see what type of skills he actually has. Now, you know, they say he's actually really an elite rim protector, which is actually good. This is something that we actually kind of need, and we need somebody that can actually, you know, at that, you know, 6'10", 6'11", 240, 250, that can move laterally. That's the whole key right there. All right, so he has a nice left hand. See, one thing, you know, you want to see these guys, you want to see like them going against like international players, some of the European players. I mean, the European players, they can, especially the coaching over there, they can actually pick your game apart, man. They'll study your game, and they'll see if you have any kind of weaknesses or not. But I probably should have had what his weaknesses are and what his strengths are. So you like how he actually sets the screen, he actually rolls. Alright, so you actually see that he actually keeps the ball high somewhat, doesn't bring it down low to go back up. So that's really good basketball IQ right there. You know, they don't really teach a lot of bigs that for some weird reason. You see it in the NBA a lot, the bigs, they put the ball on the floor, and the guards with their lightning fast hands, they're actually able to, you know, strip that ball away. All right, so he really kind of is aware of the double team. You know, he kind of, you know, goes away from it. All right, so far it seems like he has a really good basketball IQ. All right, okay. All right. So he's not totally like a ball dominant guy. You know, he can actually, you know, like, you know, cut, set screens, roll to the basket, finish. And one of the key things you want to see Especially like if he actually gets into the NBA, can he make the pass out to the corners? You know, so just in case they kind of collapse in on him. All right, so what I do like, you know, and let's say in this right here, he doesn't really allow the defender to get his feet set somewhat. You know, he kind of goes on the move. You know, so that's like I said, so far, I don't know how it translates into the NBA right now. You know, but so far so good. Let's look at this one more time. He still kind of waits somewhat. All right, so he understands that, you know, right here, this defender, his feet is not set. So he kind of goes right at him to try to keep him off balance somewhat. All right, so I mean, him actually 29% from three. If we can actually set that high screen and they put him at the 5, and there's like a slow plodding big man, I mean, they're actually gonna have to try to get out there on the perimeter and try to scramble and get this guy up. So he could be somewhat valuable. Oh, really, really good hands. I'm sorry I'm yawning here. I am tired. Oh, look at the footwork right there. Okay, okay. Okay. Look at that. He reaches. Oh, that's really... I mean, like I said, so far he really has a high basketball IQ. Like, he moves without the basketball. I mean, this is some of the stuff that they actually teach players in college is, you know, movement without the basketball if you actually go for more than 1 year. So I really love that about him. You know, a lot of times you don't got to put pressure on the defense by just dribbling the basketball and getting downhill. So that's one of the key things right there is to move without the basketball. See what I was just saying? Like, if you can get that 17 to 20 something foot jump shot and you put him at the 5, I would say at 29%, he would need way more work. You know, in the NBA, they close out on that jump shot really quickly. You know, so he has to get like way more shots up like during the offseason to try to get that release off quicker and then understand how they actually really closing out on him as an aggressive closeout or a soft closeout. I mean, there's so many facets to the game of basketball. I mean, look at the rim protection right there, though. All right, I can understand the Anthony Davis comparisons right there. You could understand those. You could understand those comparisons because, well, we'll see. I mean, because I know Anthony Davis. I mean, a lot of players are actually, fans has given up on AD, but you know, maybe he doesn't want. You know, like he got drafted to the Pelicans, and then, you know, everybody thinks that players want to play with LeBron James, and I can tell you categorically that's not really true. A lot of players do not want to play with LeBron James. I can name a couple. Kawhi, Paul George didn't want to play with him. Joe Johnson, when he left the Brooklyn Nets, he didn't want to play with LeBron James. And then Clutch Sports actually, you know, there was a whole thing back then. He wanted to go to Boston to play with Jason Tatum. But you know, he wanted to go to Los Angeles for his brand, and Rich Paul convinced him to go out there. So who knows if Anthony Davis is even really truly healthy or not. Let's get into like a couple of more minutes. I don't want this video to go way too long. See, that's exactly what you're looking for right there. That's exactly what you're looking for. I don't know. I mean, for him to actually do that for a 6'10" guy, I mean, it's really, really hard. Now, let's see if he has a Ja Morant switch, you know, like gets switched on to him, or a Dame. A lot of these other elite guards, can he actually move laterally like this and really, you know, protect the rim? This is really, really good, man. If we can actually get him, potentially, what do you think? A Nick Claxton replacement? All right, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. Like, comment, subscribe, certainly share this video. I don't want it to go way too long. I don't want it to go, you know, like into 15, 16, 17 mark. And I'll wrap this video up. Like, comment, subscribe, certainly share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.